Hello, everybody. Welcome to Literature 277. My name is Dr. Jared Champion. I'll be your professor for this course. For the next 8 weeks, we will be working together talking about literature, specifically American literature, and more specifically, the short story in American literature. So I wanted to take a few minutes and just introduce myself, talk to you about a little bit about who I am, what my specialty areas are, my expertise, so that you can get a good sense of who I am and how I can work with you and help you in the future. So, I'm Jared Champion. I have a degree in American Studies from Boston University, and I'm really excited about this course. I'm particularly excited about this course because I first fell in love with literature in a short story course just like the one you're about to take. So what I love about short stories is that they are really dense. They are every word matters, everything is important, and it doesn't bury you in a lot of unnecessary detail. Although they can be very long short stories, there are some short stories that go 60 pages even. Generally speaking, short stories have been so carefully crafted and pared down to exactly what the author wants that it really means every word matters. Every little detail matters. We're going to talk about how you can mine those details and how you can make sense of short stories in literature and then use that sort of observational skill later on in life no matter what you choose to do. The course we're using for, the book we're using for this course, rather, is this one. It is the Oxford Book of American Short Stories. It's edited by Joyce Carol Oates, and there are 2 editions. You need the second edition. So if you didn't get the second edition, make sure you get the second edition. It's not terribly expensive. I specifically chose this collection because it's a really great collection of short stories, but it's also not terribly expensive. So I know that for you all, money is important. For me, it's important. And if we can get a lot of great stories at a bare minimum of cost, we're going to do so. So make sure you get the second edition, because if you don't, they change the stories in the editions and you're going to be lost on some of the stories, which is not something you can afford to have happen. Each week we're going to read about 3 short stories, and we're going to focus on a specific movement or period in American literature. So the first week we're going to open with a discussion of American Romanticism. Then we're going to move into a discussion of American Realism, then Naturalism, and then keep working our way through these periods and movements so you'll have an understanding of what they all mean, what they come from, why they emerge at these specific moments. My degree is in American Studies, not necessarily directly American literature. What that means is when I look at a text like a short story or a movement, I'm asking questions about why this movement happens at this historic moment. You're going to get a good feel for that when we move into American Romanticism, when we're talking a lot about why Romanticism happens as a response to America being a new nation. It's not just this happening where these artists are all nerds sitting away, tucked away writing, and this is what they all decided would be cool. It's actually that these pieces of writing are responding to cultural moments and historical moments. And if you can understand those, you can better understand the world that surrounds you. So as you go through the stories, I want you to keep a close eye on every detail. We're going to talk each week about certain focus areas. So you're going to do some work to understand the period before you start doing the reading. And what that's going to allow you to do is have an eye for seeing the types of things that an expert's looking for. So you'll understand why an expert might say this piece of literature is romantic, but another piece is modernist. You're going to have a much more robust understanding of literature in general. And you're also going to start to understand that these aren't in a vacuum. So when literature is in a romantic period, so is painting and music. And how do those characteristics transfer? What does it mean for a work to be modernist in literature and then to be modernist on canvas, for example? So be ready for that as well. As we go through the semester as well, you're going to work on a paper, and the paper is going to be scaffolded. So each week you're going to have a very specific assignment that's going to build toward your final paper. It can be a little bit daunting and nerve-wracking for many of you at first to think, oh no, how do I write a paper? And I've never written a paper for an online course like this, or maybe you have. Whatever it may be, know that I've built the assignment in such a way that I feel confident that you're going to get there, and I can help you figure that out as well. Each week there's going to be a video lecture, so I'm going to sit down here in this sweet office, and I'm going to talk to you about literature. And when possible, I'm going to do this via Zoom, to where if you want to have a live conversation, you can participate in that lecture as well, or you can come back and revisit it. But you will be required to revisit and watch the whole lecture regardless if you're there in real time. So know that that's the case as well. There are a handful of smaller assignments each week, including quizzes. There's some discussion posts that you'll be graded on. There are also a couple of activities every week where you will watch a video and respond to questions, but just be paying very close attention to what's on the syllabus and what's due for each week so you don't miss anything. Ultimately, everything builds on it, on the previous week's work, even if you don't necessarily have time to do the previous week's work, you're going to be lost in the future. So make sure you're giving yourself the best foundation for each week moving forward. I do hold office hours, so I'm available to you, and I answer emails, and I'm willing to do video chats, that sort of thing. We are in this together. So the better job you all do, the better job this class is going to do at helping you to move through here at Mercer. Once again, I'm really excited to meet you all. Please don't hesitate to reach out. In this first week, there are a couple of assignments that you need to take care of, so make sure that you've really read thoroughly over the assignments, and know that every week you have to do the assignments for the next week to open, and each week the assignments will open on Sunday night. So be ready for that. So be ready that each week you'll have new projects due, and to be able to progress through that, you'll have to have finished the previous work as well. Again, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here for you. I'm on your side and I'm ready to work. I hope you are too. Look forward to working with you.